Today we're going to grow some potatoes. What we need is some nice strong shoots like these ones. These ones are just found in the back of the cupboard. They'd started growing little white shoots like this. These are going to grow weak and weedy shoots in a dark cupboard. But sitting on a windowsill in an egg box, they grow nice strong shoots. These are the ones we don't want. These are the ones we want. This just gives them a head start. We're going to plant them now into this recycled planter. It's an old recycling bin. It's ideal because it's nice and deep, it's got holes in the bottom for drainage, and also it's nice and big, so the more space potatoes have, the bigger they're gonna get. What I can do also is cut a potato in half. As long as it's got a shoot on each piece, then we can make two potatoes out of one. So I've put 4 in here. This is just normal garden soil. You can see it's a bit gritty looking. It's not got much nutrients in it, but this, in comparison, is my homemade garden compost. It's just leaves and grass cuttings that's been piled up for a year, and you can see it's much darker and full of goodness. And the potatoes are going to love this. So just spread it out like this and pat it down, and basically what's going to happen next is these little shoots under the ground will turn into these leaves like this. When the shoots start poking up, we can do what's called earthing them up, which just means protecting them from the frost. So we cover them with a little bit more earth. What we're going to do with this one is earth this one up. So I'm going to put some earth on top of the stalk. Once it's underground, it will start hopefully growing some more potatoes. It will grow roots if it's under the ground, instead turning from a stalk into the roots and grow potatoes from it. We can also plant potatoes directly into a bag of just normal multi-purpose compost. I've emptied half into the other bag, another bag. It's got holes in the bottom for drainage, and I'm doing a hand's depth. I'm just popping my potato in the bottom with the shoots poking upwards. I can probably fit 2 potatoes in here, and the same in the other bag. It's basically magic. You put 2 potatoes in a bag, you keep them watered, not too wet, and 8 to 10 weeks when the foliage starts dying down, you dig them out, empty them out, and you end up with a pile of potatoes. Growing in containers and bags is absolutely great if you haven't got any garden, but if you have, even if it's a little strip or you just want to dig over a piece of lawn, just dig a spade or a fork's width down, earth it all up, make it nice and fluffy, get out all the weeds, and then what I'm doing with my little strip of garden that I've dug over, because it's quite dry, I'm adding some of my own garden compost, putting the potato in a hand's width down, the same process as before. Then I'm going to do another potato about a travel's width apart, and keep going like that with how much room I've got. This is just an extra layer. If you've got any grass cuttings, this helps keep the moisture in, and then I'm going to cover it over with another layer of the garden compost.